Welcome to, for all intents and purposes, 4 movies, spooky season holiday special. Thought I heard that make a noise, my bad. Anyways, welcome. And I hope you're ready for the show. Because I'm already, this whole month, I've been watching scary movies. And there's the classics, of course, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, I own 2 of these. I have 3 and 4. No, sorry, I have 3, 4. I have Freddy's Dead, which is my personal favorite Freddy movie because it's super fun. It's lighter than all the other ones. Like I said, 2 was kind of really dark. The first one is got that kind of that startingness to it, so it's got that spark where you're like, this could go on for a bunch of movies, and I liked how the franchise brought up a lot of stuff. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of horror movies because it's spooky season, and so we're going to be talking about spooky season movies, okay? I have a whole bunch to talk about because, like I said, the whole month I've been trying to watch new movies that I haven't seen and all keep it, spooky season movies. So, are you ready? Because I got a stack of movies over here. There's some movies that people don't know about. They haven't seen their classics. Like, they haven't been around for a while. And more people need to see them. Like, 13th Floor. Boom. Yeah. 13th Floor. That's a good one. It came out before The Matrix, if I'm not mistaken. Did it come out before The Matrix? I believe it came out before The Matrix. But it's very Matrix-like in the storytelling. And what a creative title, The 13th Floor. Anyways, Fight or Flight is one. If you haven't seen that, it's one of those things like, it's an action movie. Some people are like, oh, it's not a horror, but like, it's pretty horrifying for him to be stuck on a plane with a whole bunch of hitmen, so just saying. We got classics like, bam, The Crazies, which is a remake of a classic. I haven't seen the remake. Sorry, scratch that. I haven't seen the original, but I have seen the remake, as you can tell, because I own it. But it's so good. Like, the story just unfolds and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. One of my favorite gems in my collection, Detention. A lot of people have not seen this. This is 2012, I think, when it came out, or something like that. But Joel, the guy that plays PETA on Hunger Games is in there as Clapton, and that's it. Directed by Josh Hutcherson, and fun movie. It's all over the place. It's one of those things like there's so much stuff happening in the movie, but it's like, wow. I mean, how many movies do you see where it's like a slasher and this and that, and then prom is a bunch of people dancing to Umbop. The director of that also directed Torque, which is like Fast and Furious except with motorcycles. And then he also directed a new movie that I haven't seen called Ick, which I wanted to see, but it was only in my theater. Like, it was only in theaters, like, in town at the mall for like 3 days, and then 2 of those days the mall was closed because I think there was some teenager that made a bomb threat or something like that. So, whatever. Haven't seen this, but could be fun. Haven't got to watch it yet, but I've been pretty busy. But yeah, this should be gory and some of that. So I don't know. Like I said, see the Dimension Extremes on there. The Hunt, that's a good one. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. There's some subversion in there. I liked how they used the subversion so well. Like, the trailer sets you up for a movie that you end up getting more than what you see in the trailer. But the trailer sets you up for have the rug pulled under you. And that's just so cool. I like how they use both of those mediums to kind of just, have their story hit harder. So that was pretty cool. Bam, Escape Room 1 and 2, I think, are both fun. This is Escape Room 2, of course, the Tournament of Champions. And the kills are not as poignant as in the first one, but it's still a fun watch. Like, if this had as many movies as Saw and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind because, like I said, this one is entertaining. The first one, classic. Like I said, that was a mind bender for me personally. I enjoyed it. Bam, Psycho Gorman. There's a lot of people. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this movie, but I'm telling you right now, this is a super funny horror comedy where it's got the gore, it's got the physicality of it and stuff like that, and then it's just goofy and it plays. It's so fun. We have the. This is also the, if I'm not mistaken, the only steelbook I have in my collection. Snatchers. Not enough people have seen Snatchers. Super fun. You know what Snatchers is about? Have you seen this movie? If you haven't seen this movie and you want to see a really good horror comedy, this is it right here. Basically, girl's boyfriend goes to Mexico and accidentally breaks this Aztec statue and releases something and then impregnates his girlfriend, and she's the main character and she doesn't want to tell her mom what happened, and so they're trying to get the situation subdued because she is like 9 months pregnant in a day, and then it's trying to get this situation subdued without her mom finding out. And then there's these little, like, it looks like a crustacean that comes out of there and starts killing people off and stuff like that. There's somebody, like, one of the cops is like, yo man, you got a lobster on the side of your head. So it's like, oh man, fun movie. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's good horror comedy. Not enough people check that one out. Bam! Better watch out. This one is more like for Christmas time. Like, it takes place at that time, but this is a really, really good movie. Like I said, it punches, and one of those things where it's like, it leads you to somewhere here, and then bam, the rug's pulled out from under you, and then you're like, wait, what's going on? Okay, this is going on. And oh man, the end hits so good. It's one of those that pop, and like, oh yeah. And so yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely worth a watch if you want to watch it during the holiday season, because it takes place during that. Like I said, this movie, Die Hard, and Violent Night are becoming staples in my household. The Blackening, like I said, if you haven't seen it, I was waiting for it for a while, and I was like, yeah, I got it, it's so good. I think it was streaming on Netflix. If it's not, it might be streaming on Netflix still right now, but yeah, no, super fun, well played. Before We Vanish. Ooh, yeah. I know there's like 4 movies where it's like, but this is just a movie spooky season special. So we're just going to talk about a whole bunch of movies. Like I said, I'm going through ones that are in my collection right now. This is actually a foreign film that's it's got subtitles and stuff like that. But it's really interesting the way that it plays out. Like I said, there's aliens, and the aliens are taking over like people's bodies and stuff like that. They take over a couple kids' bodies and stuff like that. But they basically are very nonchalant about what they're doing. It's like, we're taking over, and so they're like, it's creepy in that aspect, because they don't have like a humanity to them, and you basically see that expressed in just how they act and how they're so cordial with taking out people. Upgrade's a great horror movie. Like, it's action horror, but horror nonetheless. Like I said, twisty, turny, and the end is like, wow. And then, like I said, some people get messed up. So then it just starts rocking and rolling. You're like, noise. Like I said, yeah, high was it high voltage hysteria? Yeah, it's super fun, super movie. Classics, The Cell. Like I said, if you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. The movie that she's watching in the movie is called Fantastic Planet, and I own it on DVD, and I also have a VHS copy of it. I was so surprised I found a VHS copy of it in the wild. Like I said, all this stuff right here that I have here, it's not, I didn't order it off the internet. This is found out in the wild at thrift stores and stuff like that. I went and did the process because I like the hunt. I like going out and physically looking through stuff to see what I can find that I want to get. But anyways, bam, The Monkey. I like this. I'm glad that I have this. Like, I don't have long legs in my collection, and I'm fine with that. Like I said, long legs, it took me like a couple watchings before I was able to just process it, whereas this was just super fun for me, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like I said, I've watched it more time. I watched Long Legs, I think, 2 to 3 times so far, and it's one of those things where it's like the end is so abrupt that I just kind of forget it, and I'm like, how did it end? Oh, oh, oh. Whereas this one just had that the fun conclusion to it that I really enjoyed. I'm looking forward to his new one also, but like I said, it's like it could go either way, and I like that. I like the fact that there's a open aspect of where in the world the movie can go. Because Longlegs wasn't bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but like I said, I like the comedy aspect of that one. It made it. I value rewatch like very highly. Anyways, bam, Frozen, not the Disney movie, directed by Adam Green, the director and writer of Hatchet. Yeah, so bam. These people get caught on a ski lift. Look, I even got it with a dust jacket. Man, that's super sweet. I don't know what's up with the glare on this thing, right? This seems to be very glary, but bam, Winterbone. That's a horror movie. A horror mystery, if you will. I think it's like Jennifer Lawrence's first movie. If you haven't seen it, like I said, it is pretty interesting. Bam, Freaks. Is this a horror movie? It's creepy, I guess, to a certain degree because of the fact that it's more like a fish out of water thing. Like you follow the main character being that fish out of water, and you're going to a different area, and it's one of those things where like it seems odd to you, but you're the oddity coming into their reality. You know that deal? I don't know if that makes sense. Bam! I asked a bunch of people in my Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Yes, and I asked a whole bunch of people what in my movie chat group, like what was the worst Keanu Reeves movie, and a lot of them mentioned this one. He's in it. Witches of Eastwick. Like I said, you're like, oh man, that's not a horror movie, but yeah, like there's a scene in there where she's yeah. Recently got this one. So glad. House on Haunted Hill, super fun. Jeffrey Rush in here is so good, and like I said, it holds. I've already done a video on that one, but yeah, I've already done a video on a lot of these. Aliens is a go-to for me. Like I said, this is my this is one of my comfort films where it's just like just toss it in. It's great. Just toss it in and right. Like I will toss this movie in and be like, look, I have some stuff to do. I'm going ahead and do this, and then I try and get it done because by the time it says they're coming out the walls, I want to be sitting down and watch the movie. Paranorman. This is my go-to Halloween movie. I watch this every year. It's one of my. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's a kids' film. It can be watched by kids, but I think it can hold its own against some heavy hitters. Honestly, like really good movie, really well played. Here's a good one that was a surprise to me. You Might Be the Killer is basically there's a haunted mask, and whoever puts on the mask becomes the killer. And so it's like this guy's talking to he's talking to the girl from American Pie Band Camp, where he's like, one time at band camp, she's in there, and then the main character is the guy from Cabin in the Woods, the stoner from Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, so he's the star of this one, and then the girl from American Pie Band Camp's in there. And then it's like he calls her and he's like, oh man, stop it. He's like, wait, do you remember this? He's like, I don't think so. He's like, you might be the killer, man. Like, I'm really possessed by the mask. I gotta destroy it. So it's like the story unfolds, and I was very surprised by this. I'm glad to have been able to get it. And then one that maybe a lot of people sleep on or hardly remember, but Chronicle. That was super fun. Like I said, this would be number 2 on found footage films for me. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of found footage films really in general, but this and Cloverfield are ones that I like. All right, now let me go ahead and just go into these other movies that I've been watching. Oh, what? No. It seems the battery's dying, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and get all these out real quick. Also, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, Ernest Scared Stupid, go to. I Don't Understand You was interesting. Getaway was a good twist. It's a Wonderful Knife. Strange Days. Barbarians, not Barbarian. Barbarians. People sleep on it, but Barbarians is a different movie, and it's good. Suitable Flesh, Cuckoo, Duel, Azazel, Gone in the Night, Destroy All Neighbors, that's a good one. Underwater was surprisingly good. American Carnage, Cursed, Onyx, The Fortuitous, and The Talisman of Souls was actually pretty good. The Relic, Strange Darling was a good subversion. Cottage Country was a good horror comedy. The Dead Don't Die, Scavenger's Reign is a good one. It's What's Inside is on Netflix, and it is worth a watch. Mind bender. Army of the Dead, Borderline, Abigail, Brightburn, The Frighteners, Slither, Feast. All the Feast movies are super fun. Bones and All, Child's Play 2, Fright Night remake is awesome. Any Purge movie is super fun on these. Tales from the Hood is a go-to. Seed of Chucky, Nope. The Voices, Synchronic, that's a good one. Villains, Dreamscape, Identity. The Evil Dead remake was so good. Slaughterhouse is a fun one. Little Evil, Doctor Sleep, Color Out of Space was an interesting one. Rippy the Red is a zombie kangaroo movie. Festival of the Living Dead, Some Guy Who Kills People is an interesting one. Fresh was wild. And Megan 2.0, I was entertained. Creature from 1985 is an alien ripoff, but it was fun. Necrotronic is super good also. That's from the guy that did a bunch of other stuff. But Green Room, Skinned Deep with Warwick Davis from 2004 is a wild movie. Bushwick with Batista is a wild one also. 40 Acres, I watched that one recently. Cobweb has the guy that plays Homelander in The Boys in it, and that was good. It should have been called She's in the Walls, I think, personally. It Feeds was the one that has the guy that plays Lamplighter from The Boys also in it, so that was pretty interesting. I was watching both those. Companion with Jack Quaid, where he's like a robot, where like a robot love like stuff, and he tries to frame the robot for a murder, but it goes sideways on him, and so yeah, that one was good. Deep Rising's a classic. Ghost Ship, the beginning of that one is well worth a watch. The Puppet Masters is the one where the aliens are like, they look like manta rays and they're stuck on the back there. I'm an artist and a physical media collector, and I'm doing a video a day until I get a silver play button. Thanks so much for watching this far. If you watched this far, you're awesome. I'm trying to get it all out before the battery dies, but basically, I'm going to be doing a video a day. Keep on watching, and if you watch this far, you're awesome. Thank you. Okay, hopefully I got it all. Battery might die on me again. Look at the movie. Thanks. Happy Halloween.